podcast. I'm Al, he's Bruce, well, and today we have a special guest, our in-house producer, the almighty Gazzy Jeff. Omnipotent, yeah.
Oh, what's crack?
What story. And today, the reason we have Gazzy Jeff on, because Gazzy Jeff is a certified member of the Tinfoil Hat Club. And today's episode is conspiracy theories. We all fucking know conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
At least one. You know what I mean? Someone knows one. Like, do you know what I mean?
At this stage, they've taken over the world.
Oh, yeah, that's a conspiracy theory, man.
It's not.
The Illuminati.
But like even all the QAnon shit.
Oh, that
You
shit,
know, I barely know what that is, if I'm being honest. And
What
like
about you guys, do you know what about QAnon?
Yeah, no, it's all just fucking nonsense. QAnon.
QAnon nonsense.
Yeah, QAnon nonsense. That's it.
From an outside looking in, it looks like a lot of people who fucking think they're really just defending anti-paedophilia.
Yeah.
You
Some
know
of
what
it
I mean?
is that. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of it is that.
It's
but
very
like,
focused on that.
It's very focused on people fucking kids.
No,
On stopping
not
people.
stopping.
Alright,
yeah,
So like
yeah.
Pizzagate, Epstein, and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's what their main aim is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's too much shit going on in my own life to care about what's going on in the big world. Like, do you know what I mean?
You just said fucking Pizzagate there. Break that down a little bit. Like that's you explain that for us there.
Jesus, I don't even know how to explain that.
Just like
that's
something.
it. All starts with
The Democrats.
the Democrats. Yeah, the Democrats in Washington DC, and a chap whose name I can't remember, who was a pizza shop owner, who was the
Was his name Mazzoni?
No, it wasn't Mazzoni.
Good.
I enjoyed
Checkers.
Mazzonis. He was like the 7th most influential person in Washington DC. This pizza shop owner,
Okay.
and like loads of shit was going down in his pizza shop, and people were saying that's the fucking origin of loads of fucking child trafficking and pedophilia and all that
And
shit.
the the stuff that went on in that pizza shop was like...
Yeah.
was-
Because they were doing gigs and stuff, and they were all ages gigs, but it was really fucking dark, horrible
and then it gets,
bands playing
and
kind of thing.
that's
Like,
weird. And
Such
then it
as...
gets,
I can't
Dayside,
remember. Like,
Cannibal Corpse.
they're all fucking no-name bands that you
Okay,
know.
nobody cares about like...
Yeah, but they're all fucking weird and creepy.
then they end up getting tied in with the fucking Obamas and
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Because they were in, like,
allegedly.
he was the 7th most
That's what we're
influential.
doing,
Yeah.
Well, then we can
Yeah, it's
go
alright.
back to this.
No, it's
That's
good.
right.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Well, I just meant for editing out the
Yeah,
noise
it's not
and
like
whatever.
grand.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it makes a difference.
yeah.
But yeah, like he was definitely in the White House.
Yeah,
That pizza shop.
That pizza
owner.
shop owner, he definitely had ties to the Democrats.
Because he was the 7th most influential person in Washington DC.
Yeah.
Seventh.
Yeah, I'm pulling that number out. of my arse.
Seven's one of them conspiracy numbers.
Yeah.
The first number I could think of off the top of my head.
Like, I'm pulling that
14.
number out of my
Yeah.
arse, but he was on the list
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
most influential people.
People
That's
thought he was
mad.
like selling kids out of his basement,
Mm.
pretty much, of his pizza shop.
And I suppose like the Democrats were just like keep this lad fucking tight, like keep him. You know what I mean? Keep him close to the fucking chest. He's fucking all the kids for us, or he's keeping all the kids fuckable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Man,
like
I
the
don't
reason
know.
making
I
fun of
don't know
kids
what it is.
available.
That's all I know about the origins.
isn't the
of-
reason they call it Pizzagate as well was like
the Podesta emails where they were talking about hot dogs and pizza.
and pizza
Yeah,
parties.
so we're gonna bring these hot dogs to
Yeah,
this party or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that before. Yeah. The big man fucking always goes on about this sort of shit.
Yeah, I don't know about all this. That seems too far fetched.
It does seem very
The,
far.
when you read the emails, some of them are like really
That's why Gaz is
fucking
here. He
weird.
tell us what we're wrong.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, like I don't believe it is what like it's made out to be.
Yeah.
But when you do read the emails, it's very fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ways they're talking about pizza.
It
and-
just probably isn't that though.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably
Yeah,
is
like, it's
secret
probably
code.
drugs or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
secret code. Like,
but it's definitely
something.
There's something there.
Something
Yeah.
they're up to something.
And is that all tied in with Epstein and the fucking Lolita Express and all that shit as well?
I don't know if there would be
A
connected,
crossover, like.
but like it is basically the same thing.
Wasn't
Except
Clinton,
Epstein.
and all the lads on the fucking on the plane?
Yeah.
that was like
No one's.
Well,
I've never
Epstein-
seen that direct connection made though. I know exactly what you mean. Like
Yeah.
it should be.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah, it
theory,
makes sense.
yeah.
like.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't heard them connected either. But Epstein was allegedly running like a honeypot kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
they were
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
blackmail operations.
Yeah.
She's like, I've these pictures of you fucking this kid,
Yeah,
do this
yeah,
for me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's not even do this for me, do this for the people who told me to make this video.
And
Yeah,
according
yeah.
to the Netflix documentary, it was all like fucking masseuses that then turned into prostitutes, which were children the whole
Yeah,
time.
they're underage.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I'm 14
yeah,
this whole
actually,
time.
shouldn't have been an Asian woman at all. Just peels off a mask. Some child in a communion dress.
But yeah, no, speaking of that and conspiracies, fucking Ghislaine Maxwell who was Epstein's kind of pimp, basically.
Yeah. His girlfriend.
Well,
there's
a conspiracy theory in the theory that I've heard she's like that was the actual ringleader. That her dad was her dad.
That's what I was just about to talk about.
Oh, right, sorry,
her dad, look into him and her whole family really. Like her sister was in some cyber security firm or something like that has some dodgy stuff about it.
Yeah.
But her dad definitely look into, because people were saying that he was murdered.
Yeah.
Like he fell off his boat or something like that.
Sounds awful familiar to me.
Yeah.
But he's got, like they were saying he was a double agent and stuff. Like they were saying he was a double agent and stuff.
Right, I've heard that before.
That he was like Mossad and
MI5
or MI6, one of them.
Yeah, it's weird how like Epstein and like Mossad are immediately involved. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything that's like bad is just like all ties back to Israel.
Yeah. Most of it does. 9/11 Israel.
9/11 is Israel.
9/11 is like one of the conspiracy theories that's like, I think I've said it on the podcast before, but it's like the earliest one I can remember in my time, and one I believe most of the things out there about.
I think Fahrenheit 9/11, when that came out, I think people were like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck the fuck.
And that Zeitgeist documentary as well.
Yeah, I think Fahrenheit 9/11 might have been before that.
It was,
I don't even remember.
definitely.
I don't even know
That's
if
a
I've
good
seen
film,
Fahrenheit 9/11.
But
I remember a story about Fahrenheit 9/11. It was right after I had my son. And me and my baby mum were watching Fahrenheit 9/11, and there's a bit where the show was like sealed to the Middle East, and some fella just takes a baby out of a skip, like a dead baby corpse out of a skip. Baby mum was just like, turn this off now.
Yeah.
So I've never seen the end of Fahrenheit 9/11. What happens?
That's 9/11.
9/11.
That's what happened.
The Iraq War.
Yeah. That's the fucking spoiler for that documentary. Yeah. It was the Iraq War the whole time.
Takes off the mask. I can't believe it was the Iraq War.
But that whole thing, have you ever heard it? Like that it was a controlled demolition. Like if you do a controlled demolition, the results at the end of it look exactly like what was left at the end of
9/11.
9/11, yeah. And then the whole thing,
especially for Tower 7.
That's a weird one as well.
The building that just fell to the ground.
That's like the thing, isn't it? Like a conspiracy.
And like no other office building or building that's built like that has had a fire going on and for that length of time has ever collapsed.
Yeah. And everyone in there.
They're made of steel. They're made of like massive steel girders. Like they're fucking huge. They're fucking
which brings me to one of my favourite like memes about 9/11 is jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You just see people post that randomly everywhere.
Like Jesse Ventura. Did you ever see him and his fucking conspiracy theories? No, Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, I remember him. The TV show and stuff.
Yeah, but he was like termite paint. There was like a thing that was like they used to use termite paint to melt steel beams.
You know, they found termite nanoparticles.
Yeah. And the way it burned was like termite when it was.
But like the stuff they were using when they were building them buildings. Do you know what I mean? Like they were going around with like massive rivet guns and all that shit. There could have been anything in it. There could have been thermite in the fucking rivets they were using.
I think there probably was, yeah. Who knows?
I was listening to a podcast and they were like, how many people died making New York?
Just putting it together, falling off buildings. There's no harnesses.
No.
I assume.
And then all the famous pictures, I think it's Chicago or New York, where it's like the lads sitting on the fucking island.
It makes me feel sick, that picture. I think I have a fear of heights.
Very good picture.
Because of that.
Yeah, not because of that, but just looking at that makes me realise I definitely do. It makes me feel queasy,
Whoa. Yeah.
Lads are eating a ham sandwich up a fucking 10,000 feet in the air or something.
But like 9/11 is the obvious conspiracy theory. But like, what was the first one? Like we were saying earlier, JFK, but then I said the Lusitania, and then you said Shakespeare. Yeah.
And when was Guy Fawkes? Was that before? That
would
would have
been
been
after.
after.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But that's not.
Because there's
What's the
conspiracies
conspiracy
about that as
well.
well.
Parliament. He put it on it.
Yeah, but he did it. Or like attempted to do it. It
Yeah,
wasn't a
but
conspiracy,
that
wasn't
was a set-up, basically.
Did he do it?
I don't know.
That was a set-up. No, he didn't actually blow up Parliament.
But
He attempted it. I think there was a plan.
Threat.
He conspired. Turn it off, podcast off. Turn it off. People talk. But
it's too deep.
Too deep. Yeah. Speaking of too deep, Kurt Cobain. What did you reckon there?
I had a fucking. But yeah, one of the like in popular culture, one of the main ones is fucking JFK.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Back into the left.
And at the same time, I like closer. I'm saying that is the moon landing. But
yeah,
like, I watched
after moon lands after.
When the moon landing was happening. Do you think people were like, "No, that's not happening," or do you think it was only after the fact that people went, "No, that didn't happen"?
I'd say there was people who were saying that it didn't happen
I'd say
when it was happening, just
someone,
because it's such a weird
thing to do.
Yeah.
But
These were lads born in the 1800s. that were saying that. Probably 60-year-old lads, 70-year-old lads at that
Yeah,
time.
you're right, yeah.
So like, it's no
It
wonder
was
they were
69
like,
was the mainland, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 60,
I
69.
still, as I said to you earlier, that's still one I don't know where I sit.
Stand on it.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but like,
exactly.
people do care though, but it was definitely like a peacock into the Russians.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It was a race.
Yeah, it was a space race.
That's what makes me
She's like, oh, you went to space, did you? We're going to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
We're going to land on that.
And we're going to get there first, because like the Russians got to space first.
Yeah, Yuri Gagarin was
Yeah.
space force. Like.
But that's what makes the whole thing seem suspect to me, definitely.
Did you ever see that picture online? It's like all these Russian like commissars standing around like this like burnt bit of shit, like just like this little piece of crap, and it's like this is the remains of a cosmonaut that fell to Earth.
Fuck that.
Just a hunk of metal. Like.
It's not even. It's just like, it's like a fucking looks like a bit of burnt wood. Going on it. It's like there's a Russian cosmonaut that fell to Earth. It's like, what happened in space that he fell to Earth
And shrunk.
Yeah, not shrunk. It was like he burned up. I was thinking Jet fuel or something like.
Doesn't
I'm
man
trying to
still
find a
means.
picture. You post it on the fucking You post it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, JFK was a big one because like then after JFK was killed, the guy that apparently killed him was killed by Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which
Jack Ruby was like some gangster.
Yeah. Ties to the
Russian mafia and all that shit. Yeah.
What is the theory, I suppose, then, that JFK wasn't
That-
assassinated by some lone gunman? He
It wasn't
Yeah.
quite.
It was, it was the
Yeah.
government trying to take him out because he was trying to tell everyone all their
It
secrets.
feels like it was everyone.
He wanted to shut down
Everyone
the
was
Federal
taken
Reserve,
out.
didn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, there was something about that. He wanted to go back
Yeah.
to like the silver kind
Take
of
the
thing.
gold standard.
But
Yeah, there's people that don't like that, definitely.
Yeah,
There's a
definitely,
whole
the
group of
Federation,
people.
yeah.
There's a whole group of
another
people
thing is he
that
was
specifically
cracking
don't
down.
like that.
Another thing
Yes.
is him and his brother were cracking down on the gangsters, the mobsters, the mafia.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. Like
Yeah.
they say that, like in The Irishman, that film,
Oh, yeah.
they talk about taking out Kennedy.
Yeah.
But that's mad. That like who took him out? Then was it the people say the government took him out?
I honestly believe it was a lot of people.
Like, so many
It's
It's
people.
like a Tony Soprano job.
Yeah, that's it. So many people are mad at you that doesn't even matter.
who
took
Mr. Horns?
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much. Yeah,
But it was Maggie.
it was all planned. It was as if everyone told Maggie to do it.
Yeah. But then fucking like Lee Harvey Oswald's apparently long gun in a warehouse, wasn't he, or something like that?
Book depository.
In a book depository, yeah. And then like
6th floor.
and then as he was like fucking gone, I think he was being brought into court. I want to say, I can't be sure. And Jack
yeah,
Ruby
he was
got
definitely being moved from his cell.
from his cell to somewhere, and then Jack Ruby shot him.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh well, he's not going to trial.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? Because he was like, I'm saying it wasn't me at trial. He could have been like, I'm gonna tell the
I'm a
whole
patsy.
world. Yeah.
He said, I'm a patsy.
Yeah.
Whatever, actually, this is a bit off subject, but whatever happened to your man who shot John Lennon?
He's in prison.
I think he's out now.
Is he? What's his
I
name?
have no idea. Is that Hinckley?
No, it's
No. Which one?
it's another
Hinckley,
tree- it's another-
Hinckley
it's another
was
tree
the one
named
that tried
Reagan.
to shoot Reagan.
Yeah.
Your man's name is Mark David Chapman.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah. Whatever happened there?
As Gaz just said there, he is out of prison now.
He might be. I
Yeah,
don't
he might be,
remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was that long ago, I suppose. You never fucking know.
Hinckley might be out of prison.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is out of
John
prison.
Hinckley.
100%. I saw that.
And his family has ties to the Bush family. And Bush was fucking...
Reagan's fucking
Basically, was he the vice? He wasn't
Bush
vice
Senior was,
president,
I
was he?
think he was something to do with Bush Senior.
Yeah. But was Bush Senior his vice president?
I don't think so. Bush Senior followed Reagan, didn't he? Was it Reagan? Was that
Well,
Reagan or Bush
he
Senior?
was in the administration
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah,
I think he would be the Secretary
Same
of Defense,
party.
Yeah, I think Spiro Agnew maybe was the...
Vice President, and then I'm pretty sure Herbert Walker Bush was Secretary of Defense because he was something to do with the CIA.
Yeah, he was the head of the CIA.
Yeah.
And he was apparently there on the day they shot JFK.
But remember you saying like JFK cracking down on the gangsters? Wasn't his dad bootlegger?
Yeah. And they didn't like him.
He was
very
also
much
like
at all.
gonna give everyone a lot of secrets that people didn't want to know. Like there's speeches of him being like, "Oh, I've read things that people don't. Read some things that people don't want me to disclose to the public, and I'm gonna do it." Like,
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, his little speech about the secret societies
Oh,
and
that's-
stuff being repugnant.
which is leads to another conspiracy theory in itself, like of the Illuminati,
Yeah.
which you can skip out. Like it dates back to like Freemasons and all that shit. But like,
Well, it's after the